Hello, I'm Tali Singh and I'm currently working as a legal intern at Lexis & Company. Today in this video, I will be discussing or I will be giving you a case analysis of one of the landmark judgment which is the case of judgment of Joseph Shine versus Union of India. So firstly, we will be discussing, we will be starting with the basic introduction, then we'll move forward towards the facts of the cases, and then we'll discuss what were the issues which were raised in this case, and then we'll move forward towards the judgment part. Let's start. So adultery in India is completely based on patriarchy and male chauvinism. This offense makes a man liable who has sexual relations with a woman or with a wife of the another man, and if the husband of that wife gives consent, then such act will no longer be adultery. There is no right to a woman in case her husband commits adultery. This law is completely violative of our constitutional principles, that is equality, non-discrimination, right to live with dignity, and so on. Adultery has been struck down as an offense in as many as 60 countries, including South Korea, South Africa, Japan, Uganda, and many others. But this judgment joins them in creating history by striking down 158-year-old law, which has lost its relevance with changing social and moral conditions, as it provides only men with the right to prosecute against adultery and not the wife, which is violative of Article 15. And the last was the petitioner contended that the provision is unconstitutional as it undermines the dignity of a woman by not respecting her sexual autonomy and self-discrimination or self-determination. It is violative of Article 21. Now, I will be discussing the facts of the cases. So, what were the facts of the cases? A writ petition was filed under Article 32 of the Indian Constitution by Joseph Shine challenging the constitutionality of Section 497 of IPC read with Section 198 of CRPC, being violative of Article 14, 15 and 21 of the Indian Constitution. This was the first public interest litigation filed against adultery. The petitioner claimed that the provision of adultery to be arbitrary and discriminatory on the basis of gender. The petitioner also claimed that such a law demolishes the dignity of a woman. The constitutional bench of 5 judges was set up to hear this petition. Now we'll jump on to the contentions which were raised by both the petitioner and the respondent side. So first we'll discuss the petitioner side. So first contention which was raised by the petitioner was the counsel for the petitioner contended that the provision criminalizes adultery on a classification based on sex alone, which has no rational nexus to object to being achieved. The consent of the wife is immaterial here. It is violative to Article 14 of the Indian Constitution, which guarantees equality before law. Second contention was that the petitioner contended that the provision is based on the notion that a woman is a property of the husband. The provision says that if the husband gives consent, then adultery is not committed. So in this case, women is treated as a property of the husband. Next contention was the provision of adultery is discriminative on the basis of gender, as it provides only men with the right to prosecute against adultery, which is violative of Article 15 of the Indian Constitution. Last contention was that this section questions the dignity of a woman, and which is against or which is violative to Article 21 of the Constitution. Whereas on the other hand, respondent contended that, and the first contention of the respondent was that the adultery is an offence which breaks the family relations and deterrence should be there to protect the institution of marriage. Second, the respondents claimed that the adultery affects the spouses, children, and society as a whole. He further added that it is an offence committed by an outsider with full knowledge to destroy the sanctity of marriage. And the last contention was that the discrimination by the provision is saved by Article 15(3), which provides state right to make special laws for women and children. It basically requests the court to delete the portion which is found unconstitutional, but to retain the provision. Now let's jump on to the issues which were raised. So the 4 issues were raised in this case. So the first one was whether the provision for adultery is arbitrary. and discriminatory under Article 14 or not. Second, whether the provision for adultery encourages the stereotype of women being the property of men and discriminates on gender basis, which is violative under Article 15 or not. And the third, whether the dignity of a woman is compromised by denial of her sexual autonomy and right to self-determination. And the last was whether criminalizing adultery is intrusion by law in the private realm of an individual or not. So that's it for this video. I will be discussing the judgment which was given in this case, which was a landmark judgment in the history of Indian Constitution, and I will be discussing that in my next video. Till then, do subscribe to the channel for daily updates.